meet you where you are. Um, so I am so happy to be here tonight. Thank you, Jen, for inviting me. It seems like Cancer Bridges and Smith Center for Healing in the Arts are, sisters in this work, and I'm really happy to share the space with you all. So I'm going to start with just a quick agenda so you know where we're going. I'll break down some mini ground rules for tonight and a little housekeeping, tell you a little bit about writing as a healing tool, and then I'll tell you what our topic is. And then I'll give you some writing prompts, and you can use them as inspiration, or you can go in any direction you want. And then we'll have a chance to share. And so it might be a little abbreviated tonight because we have a lot of people in a shorter amount of time, but we'll figure that out as we get there. And then we'll wrap up. So first off, so important, in order to create this special safe space where you can write anything you want to write, confidentiality is so important. If you're somewhere where anybody else can overhear you, if you can use headphones, that would be great. But just remembering that the private space is really important for everybody in this room to share your personal experiences and feelings. Next is just be gentle to yourself. We don't want to restrict anybody else's writing. So in order to do that, I just ask that you take care of yourself. If something's hard for you to hear and you want to turn your sound off for a moment, you want to go get some water, tea, whatever, do it. Participate however you feel comfortable. Everything is voluntary. Somebody might want to share word for word exactly what they wrote, and that's wonderful. And somebody else might rather just share maybe how it felt to write at all. So we'll invite all of that spectrum. This is a no judgment zone. So today, you might hear my son in the background every once in a while. He's getting ready for bedtime. So today I want us to practice. The easy one, I'm guessing in this space, is to not judge each other, right? To be kind to each other and compassionate to each other in this space. I want us to also practice not judging ourselves. So if you share your writing, I'm going to ask that you try to practice not doing a preamble, which means the thing that we do when we go, my writing is definitely not as good as the other person's writings, but I'm going to read it anyways. Okay. So those are some ground rules in addition to respecting each other's unique experiences and always sharing from your own. So why is this is kind of based on a program we do at Smith Center called Radical Writing. And I love it because it's really about this idea that it can deepen our self-honesty. Writing can help us reconnect to a sense of wholeness, I think, that can enable us to live in a couple different ways, be more spontaneous as we just let our pen and pencil just guide ourselves through putting whatever we want on the page. Help us find more confidence, wisdom, love. For myself, I feel like radical writing is such a gift because it's just a new way to find some authenticity in how I want to tell my story and really own that it's my story, right? And this work, it takes courage and it takes practice. It can be similar to a meditation practice where we sort of name where we are in this moment, and maybe we'll stay with it for a little bit tonight until 8 o'clock. Writing as a healing tool, super cool that this turned out to be a session really related to stress. There's a lot of studies, a lot of evidence base for this work. When it comes to people who are experiencing cancer, particularly, a lot of work in terms of how expressive writing, which is to say really writing exactly what you're feeling, putting it on the page, how it's coming to you, can help to alleviate not just psychological, emotional feelings, but also physical, and really highlighting the connection between mind and body here. Tonight's theme. Okay, tonight's theme is going to be let go, pick up. This is sort of just something that kind of came up when thinking about kind of taking a moment, and maybe we do that right now. You can close your eyes if you want, but just, settle in and get comfortable and take a moment to pause and consider what is serving you right now? What supports you right now? What's not serving you right now? What do you want to let go of? What do you want to take with you? Are there things that you want to pick up that are new? There's this wonderful quote that unfortunately I can't credit with an author, which is, when things aren't adding up, start subtracting. That's the let go piece. As we continue to navigate the pandemic, cancer, all the things, war, I thought tonight I'd invite you all to take a moment to kind of dig a little deep, to think about what really matters to you, to bring awareness to what isn't working for us, so that we can make valued life decisions in the process of attempting to live our lives the way that you wish to live it. It's okay if you aren't sure what you want to let go of and what you want to pick up. I think sometimes there can be magic in just the awareness alone of kind of even just thinking about it and putting the pen to the page. If you feel stuck when you're writing, I'm going to put all the writing prompts in the chat box so you can refer back to them. If you feel stuck, the other thing you can do, there's a few things. You can pause, you can put your hand on your heart maybe and close your eyes for a moment. You can even try writing with your non-dominant hand. Sometimes that can get the other side of your brain working in a different way. I also want to say that the theme, let go, pick up, and the prompts you're going to hear are all just for inspiration. If you have something else on your mind and in your heart at this moment, just run wild with it. This is your moment. This is your space. Okay. I hope that so far we're on our way, and I'm sure you all have already been building this together, to having a safe space tonight, to give everybody a place to sit still, let go what you need to, pick up what you want to, and to bring it to the page. I will read the prompts, and then I'm going to set the timer. And what we'll do is let's have 15 minutes to write, okay? And I will give you a 5-minute warning. So at 10 minutes, I'll just let you know when we have 5 minutes left. And after that, like I said, we'll come together and we'll have some time for sharing. So, okay. And I'll also just say, if you have questions, if there's anything you want to know, you can use the chat. You can just ask me. I'm right here. Also, while you're writing, if you want to turn your camera off, you're welcome to, however you feel comfortable. All right. I'm going to read you the first prompt. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm good? Okay. All right. The first prompt is called The Journey by Mary Oliver. One day, you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried. But you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do. Though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible, it was already late enough and at a wild night, and the full road of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice, which you slowly recognized as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life you could save. This second prompt is from Lao Tzu. Always we have someone else. Always we hope someone else has the answer. Some other place will be better. Some other time it will all turn out. This is it. No one else has the answer. No other place will be better. And it has already turned out. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. There is no need to run outside for better seeing, nor to peer from a window. Rather, abide at the center of your being, for the more you leave it, the less you learn. Search your heart and see the way to do is to be. Okay, everybody, we'll have 15 minutes total. I'll give you a 5-minute warning, and I'll put some of the prompts in the chat right now.